Okay, welcome back to 640 AM The Mix, and today's video is another CB inspired video, and we're going to take a look at the Ranger RCI-X9 podcast discussion, and that's coming up next. Okay, welcome back to 640 AM The Mix, and today's video is another CB inspired video. And well, this summer is quickly turning into the summer of CB here on 640 AM The Mix, and we enjoy all things radio, but in particular CB radio. And with that in mind, we're going to take a look. It's mainly a podcast. We're going to take a look at the Ranger RCI-X9 export CB radio. This radio's been around for a little bit. My guesstimate about a year from what I'm reading from Ranger and from other venues and other YouTubers here. But I wanted to showcase it nonetheless because it has some good things to look at. Mainly that it's a high-powered export CB radio in a small footprint, which is hard to do. So hats off to Ranger RCI X9. They have a long tradition of putting out export radios, high quality export radios, like the 2950 DX and the base 2950 as well. So let's take a look at the Ranger X9 and let's get into the radio a little bit. It's a podcast discussion, and we're going to get into some specs, some commentary, and basically, export CB radio is a term for the United States because it's not the type FCC type accepted here in the States for CB use, but for the rest of the globe, it's a CB radio. So let's get right to it. There it is, the Ranger RCI-X9, and right off the bat, let's discuss the elephant in the room. 120 watts. That's a big, powerful export CB radio, and it fits in the same footprint as the Cobra 29. So pretty small footprint for such a powerful CB export radio, 120 watts. The price is coming in between 400 to 500 US dollars. Like I said, started out around 500 and it's now dropping to 400, and I'll put some graphics up on the screen including the price. So for $400, this radio caught my attention, and that's why I'm showcasing it here on 640 AM The Mix as a CB inspired video. So the X9 comes with AM and SSB only. That's another reason why it's a smaller package, no FM. And it has a lot of features, feature-rich radio, and let's get into it. It has echo, and it also has talkback, 5 digital frequency readout, as well as your 40 channel on the right. So 2 displays, 12 bands for your favorite portion of the 10 meter or 11 meter band, a multimeter clarifier, and I'm going to start putting up some graphics up on the screen. You can pause it, you can slow it down, or you could fast forward it to get the idea. It has a clarifier, and the finish is worth noting. It has small Sharpie pen-like scratches, which is normal and comes from Ranger that way, so it has a weird finish, which is nice. It's something different, but it also has a classic look at the same time. The length is 9 inches with the chassis only, and it's a little bit longer with the knobs. It has no heat sink, another way to keep it a small form. So, but it also has 2 3.17 millimeter fans to cool the radio. And like I said, 10.5 inches with the knobs, and 9 inches without. The width is 7.25 inches and the height is 2.25 inches. So very small package. Amazing that Ranger is able to squeeze out 120 watts. It's variable. Let's get to the power. It's variable RF power. What does that mean? On AM, it goes from 2 to 20 watts. That's a carrier. On AM, the peak envelope power goes from 80 to 125 watts. Same on SSB, 80 to 125 watts. It's a 30 amp fuse. which the suggested power supply has to be 25 amps, and it has to be constant. And if you're going to put this in your vehicle direct to battery, no cigarette adapters with a 25 amp power surge there, you could blow your fuses. A good rule of thumb is nothing more than 20 amps, and keep it below that. So with the reviews so far coming in, and it's been coming in for months now, the Ranger RCI-X9 is getting good reviews online from what I've been able to read. So like I said, around 400 to 500 US dollars at this point. If you can get it on the low end at 400, you got yourself a good deal for an export CB radio. If you're in Europe or around the globe, you can use it on 10 meters, you can use it on CB, but keep in mind in the States it's only type accepted at this time for 10 meters. So let's get into the price. Like I said, $400 is on the low end. On the right side, you got your rotary knob for your channel select, your frequency select. You got your digital display on the top right for your CB. Almost towards the middle there for your frequency display. Your power meter, your multimeter is on the left. It's got the microphone plug on the left, and then you have your knobs for your volume, your squelch, your RF gain, and all that good stuff. So there we have it, the Ranger RCI-X9 120 watt export CB radio. If you have one, comment below. Like I always say, I'm not affiliated with any of these companies. I just like radios, and I'm all about radios, so I like to comment on something that catches my eye. And the price going down on this Ranger RCI-X9 has caught my eye, and I wanted to showcase it here on the channel. So comment below, tell me what you think, especially if you have one. What's your experiences with it? What are the pros and the cons on this radio? Tell us about it. We want to know. So comment below, like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time right here on 640 AM The Mix. Thanks for watching. Hey, don't forget, check the description for the final word and any updates on today's video. Thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll catch you on the next video.